Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Always feels good getting started out punched in the face, baby. Let's get it. That's how you win games. What's good, everybody? We Never Learn is definitely heating up, like I was saying last week, with our swimmer making a couple approaches towards the end game of getting the man of her dreams, and not to mention the fact that every time we get to see like him spend time with one of them, it's almost as if it's a good way just to show them what they could have in the future and what they weren't even really focused on since they were doing their work trying to get better at the subjects they actually want to take. So now we're seeing a little bit more of this whole idea of who could be with whom. And I'm not gonna lie, I did not expect this girl to take the lead, so to speak, in the overall grand scheme of. She just literally kissed the guy. Holy crap, look at that damage. And because of that, it seems to be set in stone who's gonna pull the "you have to marry me" type of deal, or "I can't be married." I don't know. I was kind of expecting that, but since she went with "it's an accident" as well as how he did, it seems like that won't be the case. But at the same time, man, pretty funny way to end the to have these characters have to interact with each other for the rest of the time. Not to mention hearing that this woman who was their other tutor knows somehow about the kiss. Uh, that's some very close details you're paying attention to there, girly. Which the interesting part is, she's like, uh, mainly the girls that had been tutored by this woman is called her cold and stuff, and I really don't think someone that's cold would know that much detail about a situation she didn't need to be a part of. I mean, you didn't really have to watch over them like that, so why are you? And that that draws me to my conclusion of like she probably has some type of inner like disgust with herself for not being able to help these kids, and to think that another kid that she probably could have helped is helping better than she could. That probably just doesn't sit right with her from what I can tell anyway, and she seemingly is trying to figure out a way to either see what she was doing wrong, or maybe if the girls were playing her or something. Like, imagine if she actually thought the girls went out of their way to fake, you know, not learning and improving their grades and stuff, and she's watching this and seeing that he's not doing anything different, but all of a sudden everything's getting better. Excuse me. I think that would have been a good way to give her character a motivational way to be able to follow around and not be so uh, like creepy about it, I guess you could say. I mean, to be fair, I've had tutors and teachers that not tutors actually. I just had teachers that knew I was bad at one thing, and once I went like a grade up, they kind of let the other teachers know, because I had like an extra, like one time it was bad, one time it was good. Like I got an extra worksheet to take home on the summer because this teacher had heard that I was bad at this, so she's like, "Oh well, the perfect thing for you would be to study while the summer's there." And I'm like, I'm gonna run home, throw my backpack in my closet, and it's not gonna be seen again, like until I have to go back to school. So yeah, I'll definitely study over the summer. That's what it kind of felt like on this field trip. A lot of just, oh, we're supposed to study and stuff. There was zero studying. I mean, besides the one day inside of the indoor where they're all sitting still, and our girl with the glasses this week was pretty much our whole entire main focus. Yeah, she literally was the main focus the whole episode. and usually we get a little bit of a balance of like all three of them. And I mean, sure, the swimmer girl had the worst encounter, even though she thought it was a hallucination, or yeah, she thought she was hallucinating. She had the worst encounter with the guy in the sense of he saw everything, everything. He saw everything. So to think that that's going to maybe be another problem to deal with in the future, it should be interesting to see none of the lease overall, just how they're going to play that out with him explaining it or him thinking he needs to explain it and come to find out he really didn't need to. So, I don't know. There's a lot of funny stuff that was going on, but I think the biggest thing that's going to start pushing a narrative forward again and actually giving us more stuff to look into is the fact that, oh no, that the teacher is, or like this old tutor really wants to either know his methods or maybe even take them away for some reason, maybe to fix her own ego. I've seen shows do that where if they couldn't do it, no one should be able to, So I don't know if she's that type of character. I'm just guessing. I kind of just want to see what kind of conflict that would bring. Like, if he's going to have to step up his teaching or do something completely different just because how this woman is coming at him and stuff like that. So overall, though, we get to see a very fun and interesting sauna scene, and for some reason, right after it, the guys who are his homies want to, of course, peek in on the girls. And our guy is so traumatized. He's like, hard pass. I've encountered enough death for one day. Why am I gonna throw myself at death's door yet again? And yeah, that definitely was my take on it. Like, bro, you barely got out alive. These guys don't know. They don't know. And if you tell them, they would never believe you. Including the end, like how he actually opens the door and how that happens. He would probably tell them, and they'd be like, "Okay." So I'm pretty happy with this show. It's definitely kept me entertained. I go from watching Demon Slayer straight to this, so it's a nice little balance between the two of having something be really deadly and crazy and drama packed and a little bit of everything, to then jump over to this and be a little bit more of a comedy, jokes and stuff, which, mind you, as soon as our boy got the kiss this week on accident, tell me why his glass cracked over with his sister. She, I swear to you, I called it verbatim that something was stupid was gonna happen once he did anything with any girls. Once I was watching this, I was like, if did he just kiss? I was like, oh, the sister's gotta know. And then it goes straight to her house, and a freaking cut, his bowl for ramen cracks. Where I was dead. I literally was like, these animes are too much alike. There's too many shows that have the instance of you. There's two big superstitions in anime, and I don't know if it's actually a superstition that they actually abide by and actually like live by. But one thing is usually a prized possession of somebody's, that let's for instance say that your mother or your father holds dear of you, that it's old but it holds only the value of you in it. Like, you're the one who used to use it the most. You're the one who may have even created it, stuff like that. For some reason, whenever something bad happens to a character that has something along those lines, it always seems to shatter, or it completely just falls apart at that instance, almost as if it was never supposed to happen and it just happens. This was one of those instances where if he completely like died or something, his cup would have did that. And she was like, something bad might have happened to my brother. And she's like, yeah, nah. Like, they're just playing on that trope. And then to then follow it up with, you know, what it really is. Like, if she actually found out that he got kissed before she kissed him, that's like death threatening to her, okay? That's like the end of the world. That's why the cup broke somehow. So I'm sorry. That was hilarious to me. And the other thing was what was it? Oh, when people are talking about you, they use sneeze. Like that's just it just goes throughout all anime, throughout all time. You start talking about one of the characters and they're like, "Achoo!" And the two shows I can reference you that are the oldest, one of the oldest shows and one of the dopest shows is Yu Yu Hakusho. Had the sneezing in there where she's like Botan literally says it, and we also have Samurai Champloo where our dopest character, our freestyle sword fighter, gets into a fight and actually beats a guy, and after beating him, oh my god, we canceled each other out. That was sick. After beating the guy, his prayer beads that were attached to the feelings that this guy had toward the person who passes away literally breaks. So, not only do very powerful shonen manga and anime use these, but some of the best comedy animes now use them too. So, I mean, not now. It's been used for quite some time. So I really really appreciated that call to all animes around the world. It was awesome. Other than that, yeah. So the first tutor is getting in the way, seemingly gonna get in the way. He kissed the girl with the glasses, and he saw the swimmer naked, but I don't know where that's gonna go, or if it's gonna go anywhere, but I still feel like she's in the lead a little bit, and uh, yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. Studying. Oh, and the girl with the glasses also pushed. He gave him a whole bunch of stuff that his sister would love, so she's even working towards the family. She's going for the long game. She's in, boys. And I think she might have just tied up first place, and now there's only one character who's lacking in the back. So you already know who that is, Miss. I want to see a meteor fall. All right, everybody, I'm done. Have a good one. I will talk to you in the next one. I'm not sure if I'm dropping something later today, but thank you guys so much for the support. I am your boy, the Anime G, or if you can see right here, this is the Anime G in game. Um, yeah, thank you guys, and I can't wait to talk to you in the next one. Drop your comments down below what you think is going to be some fire anime dropping soon. And not only that, tell me how you feel about this episode or other shows that you've been watching. So, with that being said, peace.